Thank you so much for staying with Sunrise. Geotechnical engineering is the study of the behavior of soils under the influence of loading forces and soil-water interactions. My guest recently completed his PhD in this field and joins us to share more about what it means for his career. And we welcome Dr. Calvert Barclay. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure for us to have you here in the studio, because we don't oftentimes hear about young black scientists, and when we do, it's perhaps just a small number.
Yeah.
So talk to us about your upbringing and your experiments that you used to do as a child growing up, and when did your ambition change to this, if you had another ambition, or it was just this kind of innate, this kind of I know that I know that I know kind of thing?
Okay, well, so I say thank you for having me. Thank you, Jamaica, and to the world wide. So I grew up in Caymanas Garden, actually.
Yeah. That's right over here.
Yeah, right over there in Portmore. We ventured and we went on to Portmore Pines, and that's where I lived until I left here.
Yeah.
So you said, how did I grow up? I grew up with both parents, 4 brothers in one household. So I had that camaraderie as a family. We'll always be getting toys and stuff, and we'll always, of course, make the mess, tear them apart, try to fit them back. And since a tender age, I realized that I have this curious mind. So I'll see that things are done. I want to know how they are done. Why is it done in such a fashion? So I always try to delve in more than what's on the surface. I went to primary school.
So your parents never tell us you're too fast at that point?
No, them say we're destructive.
Destructive.
Destructive, but then I know, we're just pulling to put things together.
But they didn't understand the thinking.
They did not understand where it was coming from. So they found out I had this ability when I was in primary school, at Portsmouth Primary, and all the teachers would be, I'd be looking at a tree and I'd be like, why is this leaf brown? Why is this one green? Like,
you always had a question. I
always had a question.
Yeah.
So then I went on to high school, where in high school, at Camperdown High School, Solom, they found out that this youth is a youth that he should be, they say I should be going that path, scientific path. And I went in the science stream, and it was history from there.
Yeah, so after graduating from Camperdown High School, what next?
So after graduating from Camperdown High School, I matriculated University of the West Indies, where I did material science and physics in the faculty of, I think it's science and technology now. Yeah. And then I went on and did a master's there, MPhil, in applied physics. After which, I was in limbo if I wanted to.
So you're torn between 2 career paths.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so you decided to do one. But what was the advantage in choosing, or the greater advantage in choosing the one that you end up choosing? Okay,
so the greatest advantage, I would say, is I have given my portion to the scientific knowledge. Rather than, I could be in the industry or just making money, but it's about taking a problem, seeing the issue, firstly, taking the problem, trying to solve that problem for, a better future generation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this area of your PhD, during your time at university doing the PhD, did you, I want to ask a question in such a way, did you see other people like you? I mean,
well, yeah, I see other people like me, but we are the minority.
Yeah,
we can say.
Right. So, what was the thinking going in, and having had that kind of mindset, and the experience, and then the outcome? How would you?
So leaving Jamaica, going to the States to study, like culturally, I knew what the advantage we have as Jamaicans culturally, just in our upbringing. When I went to the US, and I saw that there are a few of us,
Yeah.
you know, we kind of stick together, and it's like, it makes us more like, hey, this has to be done.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be done. It's not for us, because if you look at doing something for yourself, it's more like,
Makes no sense.
it has, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're like, we would come together all the time, and we'll make statements like, we need to do this. Like, well, I'm Jamaican. We have a lot of Africans, a lot of people from all over the world. We're of the same color, and we're like, we need to do this for the next generation, and that was one of the major motivations.
And outside of having that kind of support in that environment, which is totally different from here. What were your other challenges, if any? How did you fare? How did you know? Was there a point when you said, boy,
Okay.
can I?
There were many instances where you feel like you want to stop. Because being away from your country, being away from your family, lacking that in situ, I would say, support that you need.
Yeah.
It's kind of challenging. But what you have to do is you have to look at the greater purpose. You know you have a purpose. And it's like, every time I think about like Nelson Mandela, Marcus Garvey, these guys, I'm like, I'm on a similar path. It's like, I have to leave my country to go and get what I need to bring back to my people.
So the vision was clear.
The vision was clear, and is still clear.
And it's still clear.
Yeah.
And you've now Dr. Barclay.
Yes.
Good?
Yes, sir.
It feels good to be at this place.
It feels good.
But you think that there's much more to do.
There's a lot more to do. The journey has just begun, actually.
Yeah. So where are you now?
So
in terms of mentally, physically, and every other, vocationally.
Okay. Physically,
Yeah.
I'm in good shape, I think. Mentally, I think I need to soak in what I've done. Like, I need to accept it. Because, like, the people around me, my parents, friends, family, well-wishers, like, they'll say, you know what you have done? But to me, it's like, it was just a matter of time. Because, as I said, that may be something good, it may be something bad, but the vision was and is clear. So, to me, it was just a matter of time.
Yeah. What does the impact this will have on younger black men, young boys who are watching? For you to have come from humble beginnings and you've been able to attend university to study some of perhaps the tough subject area.
Yes.
And to have transitioned to or matriculate to university in another country and have attained this level of education. It's big things. It's not no monkey, nothing.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to those individuals? That's perhaps one of the very young black scientists.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, believe in yourself. Because even your dad or mom, you'll try something and they'll doubt you.
Yeah.
In certain instances, but you have to know that this is what I want to do, and this is how I can get to it. And your circumstances has nothing to do with where you get to.
Absolutely.
It has to do with where you are now, and if you're young, you really and truly have no control over your circumstances.
Yeah.
But don't let that dwell with you throughout your life, and when you're 50 years old, you're saying, oh, because that was the way I grew up. So for me, I know my role model to a lot. From high school days, university, youth on the corner in Portmore, who I would go and sit and we'd have drinks. And one of my statements I'll say to them is that, listen, you already passed through, you have attained or you did not attain certain things. Listen what we're going to do. You see the next generation, your son and daughters, we're going to put it at least one level above where you left them. You know, so that's how I go around and I just, keep it down to earth. Because people see me, as a matter of fact, a lot of people
I was
see me
thinking the same. I was literally thinking the same thing. I said to myself, but listen, it's just another day.
It's just another day.
Just another day.
Just another person.
Yeah.
You know? who you see who have done great things, and
absolutely.
you can do it as well.
So, Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering, Geotechnical Engineering, are you coming back home to contribute, or is it that you think that you should get greater experience and exposure before that next step?
I think I need greater exposure outside of Jamaica before I return.
Yeah.
Actually, on a regular basis, me and the Dean, Dr. Prof. Taylor, the Deputy Dean of the Science of Technology faculty, would always have this conversation like, Calvert, you need to come back, you need to, you know, come.
But time is the master.
Time is the master.
And I want to say thank you, congratulations, we wish you well. And not very many times we hear these great stories about Jamaicans just coming from humble beginnings and just doing it. But there are many out there who have done it, but we have not been able to tell their story. Yes. And so we want to say thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
And you said something as we leave this segment, you said something that we should say to our parents. This is what I want to do. Oftentimes parents tell us what they think we should become in life, as opposed to accepting the things that we want to be. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Very much for having me.
Stay with Sunrise. We have much more to come after this. We'll be right back.